This is some advanced broadcasting right now.
But in the ordinary way,
you guys are witnessing the future.
To resist it, to fight it, and to use those sensations of resistance to create a sensory basis for what you describe as the ego. The ego, in practice, is a sense of strain.
Ooh, I like this music. Okay, I was just setting things up. We are live on multiple platforms right now. Like I said, if anybody signs up for the Patreon, we can do a team tarot reading. This is just a test broadcast though. Sweet. It looks pretty good. How's everybody doing? We should set intentions for dream time tonight. Paper Druid, I love that. Great suggestion. You guys are welcome to kind of like help lead the chat. So absolutely. Paper Druid, please feel free to like kind of orchestrate what intentions you want to set for your dream time.
When you are aware of I, you are aware of a basic discomfort, which is located basically...
I'm just clicking a couple more things.
Somewhere in here. A sort of tightness.
Absolutely, but I really do encourage you guys to do that. Set your intentions for dream time. Like, where would you like to go tonight? What questions would you like to explore tonight?
Resistance against it is going on.
Alright, I'm gonna try it out like that. This is very meta. Yeah, if I'll ever want a reading, I'll hit you up, do tarot. Absolutely, yeah. If people here, you know, like, if you guys got like tarot, if you guys got services and stuff like that, you know, absolutely, please feel free. Let each other know. Suzanne, I'm grateful for my family being safe. Absolutely, Suzanne. Gonna keep an eye on the YouTube chat as well. Let's make sure that we're broadcasting live on YouTube. And I'm gonna get back into the gaming. Across platforms right now, there's like 500 people tuned in. Alright, YouTube is the most quiet right now. The most active is Instagram right now. Alright, let me jump back into this. Go ahead, leave your, what are your dream intentions tonight?
You discover immediately that
and talk about dreams, you know?
Disappeared, and that what I refers to is simply the total panorama of experience, everything that's happening. That's I.
I'm grateful for my journey and the beauty of stillness. Beautiful. I love that.
That would be a ridiculous undertaking to know everything in that sense.
For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, the Patreon link is through my profile, so if you want to take a look at that either now or another time, please by all means.
So, this point of view can be understood if we clarify the initial problems we have about it. And I suppose the first problem is if we accept the notion that everything that happens is our own doing, then we have to be very careful of, shall we say, the devil of omnipotence.
Kirby, grateful for peace, joy, and happiness. Beautiful. I'm grateful I can garden. I love that.
What is in control of all this?
Yeah,
totally.
Is, for everybody here, just hang out, practice being kind to each other.
They really want to happen. Then you can absolve yourself from any qualms about being unkind to someone, because you could say, well, the unkindness I did you was what you really wanted, wasn't it? You know that business about the responsibility of the person who gets murdered for getting murdered? There is a curious sense in which a lot of people go around looking for trouble. Freud pointed out quite correctly the psychology of accident-prone individuals. They seem to be attracting trouble like lights attract moths. And we're all doing that, but we manage to remain unconscious of it, so that we can praise and blame, play the game which says, that's not my fault, that's your fault. And so we go around apportioning faults to everybody. Because if we're going to apportion praise for what the good things people do, you can't make praise mean anything unless you also go around blaming.
If you're a starseed, comment in the chat, or a light worker. I mean, I would say we're all light workers. Whoa. Beast dropped on that one. Yeah, honestly, every single person tuned in here is basically a light worker. I think being a light worker is essentially a choice. Like, you choose to kind of, like, choose to wear that hat, that role, that purpose. Being a light worker is, you know, being in service. And all of us here, you know, we want goodness for other people, and I think that in itself is, you know, again, the core of what being a light worker is about. Working on ourselves and then helping others where we can and inspiring them to work on themselves. Let's do some barrel rolls. Do a barrel roll. See that barrel roll? You guys like them barrel rolls? Burger rolls? Burger rolls. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just like buzzed off of green tea. Though I honestly, within this game, I do enjoy like the challenge of making it more difficult than one might require it to be. And I feel like life should be kind of similar, you know, at times we should actually like embrace challenges. We should actually seek beyond our comfort zone, seek the edges. Zone 2, here we go. Alright, now it's getting more intense. Send me good vibes, guys. I need to focus here. Cheer me on. Boost, get the boost.
Supposing everybody was acting in a praiseworthy way, and we praised everybody for everything, they'd get tired of it. They wouldn't even notice it anymore. So long as you're going to get a kick out of being praised, you've got to go around blaming too.
You tell them, Alan.
But if you see the folly of that praising and blaming are just
read some comments.
creating each other.
How does one do a symbolic barrel roll? Well, that's deep. If you guys are a new follower, type 333 in the comments.
That's why.
No tea, just some CBD.
Very great sages. You never hear them blame people. They very rarely praise them.
I might indulge in some CBD for a bit. We'll see. I mean, it's late though. Like, I don't know. Like, am I gonna stay up all night? What is the game here?
And you make a derogatory comment.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's as if you had thrown a rock into a well and heard no splash.
I like these beats. You guys can dance if you want. I'll dance with you. I'll always dance with you. Focus. Focus. Cheer me on. We're flying together. Taking off. Whoa. Oh, I can barely see. Oh, I need a boost. Uh-oh. If the sun goes down, then I run out of energy, and then I have to restart. Hopefully I get a boost right here, though. Here it is. Oh, no. Oh, no. Huh? Alright, that's unfortunate. Oh, can I make this one? No, I don't think I can. Nope.
Funny feeling.
Can you guys hear me okay, or is it too loud? Like, it's hard for me to know for sure what the audio is like on this. No one's tuned in on YouTube right now. Poor YouTube. kind of feel sorry for YouTube. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's weird.
Except perhaps
Like just the idea that no one's tuned in. But I'm glad people are tuned in on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook.
manifestations.
Shout out to new followers. Jahisa, welcome.
Some people terribly. I've always noticed.
Paper Druid, greet it, reach the sun. You can do it. Thank you, Paper Druid. You guys cheering me on. I appreciate that. Can you guys see the screen okay? Can you guys see the link for the Patreon? I mean, I guess you can figure it out, right?
The French saying.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna indulge in some fresh air for a quick moment, and then I'll literally be back. But you guys can listen to Alan Watts. So give me 2 seconds here. Loop.
Anything like that. You very soon get to realize how vastly complicated people are, and to see that they really are in the messes they're in, not because of anything, but that's the way it is. And you stop blaming people, and because you don't blame people, you have open ears, and people come and seek your advice. They don't want to come to someone who's a counselor who will bawl them out. It's like dentists who simply accept the fact that people really don't take care of their teeth, and realize that the job of a dentist is precisely to look after people who can't be bothered to take care of their teeth. That's why he's in business. So a good dentist doesn't bawl his patients out because they didn't do this, that, and the other. Just accept it. Same with doctors. They know perfectly well that nobody's going to live by the rules of health. And they're very vague as to what they are. And, you know, there's every kind of theory about how you ought to live and what is healthy, but they change in fashion. And you ought to eat this kind of diet in 1921. By the time it's 1930, they've changed their ideas altogether. And by the time it's 1960, it's back again to a mixture between 1921 and 1894. Something like that. You see, it's always changing. So while the rules that are not so... You see, if they were all absurd, it would be easy. But they're not all absurd. There's some truth in it, always.
Alright, we are back in business. Life is amazing. Well said, Kirby. Absolutely. If you're tuned in right now, drop a comment in the chat. Drop an 1111 if you're just here right now. I just want to know who's online. So yeah, use this. Like, I'm gonna play with this idea some more, but I want you guys to use this space just to be able to like practice being kind to each other. It's just a space to kind of like come and just kind of like receive positivity and share positivity, set intentions, you know, things like that. So I'm just kind of focusing on the game right now while also chit-chatting to you, so I'll kind of be back and forth between the comments. The music will probably have more Alan Watts quotes in it, so you'll get to listen. Here we go.
Sure.
Let's listen to Alan Watts.
So the function of healers and doctors and so on is just to do what can be done to stop the mess getting too messy. And they must accept it as that. That's their job. If I were healthy, I'd say to the doctor, I wouldn't need you. So you're in business.
Hi, Paper Druid. I like your name.
Now, what about it then? We have difficulty in seeing this.
I'm like way more focused
of our
now.
Relationship to the rest of the world.
I got some fresh air, so.
Because it's contrary to common sense. Contrary to the way we've been brought up.
more focused.
And therefore we have what I would call an initial intellectual block to understanding it. Quite apart from any emotional blocks or anything of that kind. But obviously,
oh no,
we must overcome that intellectual
couldn't have gotten through there, went the wrong way.
If we're going to go any further and actually realize and feel this
Wolf Howl if you're
way
here.
of life's working, this relationship between what you do and what happens to you.
Eventually I'm going to set up this broadcast, things like this. Eventually how it will be set up is
Then
that
the question arises,
other people will be able to join on air, just like through audio.
Do I
even.
go around saying to myself, all this that's happening to you is what I wanted. I am inside and outside. I am the subjective and I am the objective.
I am.
And I mean to go around thinking thoughts about this, so as it were to talk yourself into this way of feeling.
Barrel rolls. Do barrel rolls.
Well, that's very superficial.
Barrel rolls.
Because this new sense of relationship to nature is something much more than an idea. See, ecologists and physicists have the idea that this is so. But they, mostly in their private life and in their ordinary human behavior, are just like other people who don't feel it.
Here we go.
And who feel themselves in a Newtonian billiards
Stage 2.
game.
I want to get stage 3.
Even though they've gone on to quantum mechanics. So that there may be a transition from our ordinary way of feeling how things go on to the new way.
Oh, I need a boost. Oh no.
We have to do something other than think. Because actually thinking is causing the trouble. It is by thinking that we divide the world into separate events and separate things.
I missed it.
That is calculus.
Ran out of juice on that one. Get everyone, get our collective neighborhoods to howl. I agree. That's a good idea. How's the audio? Can you guys hear Alan Watts okay? Like, is it decent enough? I know it's not perfect. Maybe if we just start doing it, it'll catch on. Favorite truth. That's my plan. That we should do a flash mob howl event. Just like running through the streets howling. Like I just like imagine like a normal human's reaction to that. Like, what the fuck? Like, are those like people running around the street howling? Like, what is going on right now? And then they'd be like, honey, like, the zombie apocalypse has begun. I mean, you gotta never know. Alright, bringing Alan up. Thank you, Alan, back to you.
The relationship between you and the environment is always one that is harmonious. So in the same way, you are always living the uncalculated life. You have to find out, first of all, that you're always doing it.
Always doing it.
And that what you call your calculations, and the things you did, were funny little rationalizations. In other words, your ego has about as much control over what goes on as a child sitting next to its father in a car with a plastic steering wheel that is turning the car the way Daddy drives it.
That's a good analogy. Are you guys enjoying this? Like, is this pretty cool for you? Like, can you feel the vibes, like, of the intention of, you know, what I'm trying to create here? Like, I like the idea of just kind of, like, man, me playing this video game, like, I want to get good at it, you know? And if you guys can, like, cheer me on, hang out, use this as a chill space, we'll talk, we'll listen to Alan Watts, we'll listen to Terrence McKenna too, other people, maybe listen to Bashar someday, that'd be fun. But yeah, please feel free to help us with our Patreon goal. I want to be able to, like, do these while at the same time working towards our Patreon goals. And during, well, I think I'm going to do a separate broadcast where I'm literally just doing, like, tarot readings over and over and over again. Okay, here we go.
Around you, the circumstances of life have nothing to do with your
Region 3, I made it. Oh, I'm so good. That didn't kill me. I'm so lucky.
And you don't even know why you make up
life.
your mind to do certain things.
Whoa, here we go. Cheer me on.
We know
Level 3.
we have a few ideas. It's like when you enter into a marriage, you have really no control over it. In the
Less movement, more movement.
You've taken a colossal gamble
Survive.
in which you've
It's like
involved
Tron. What do you want me to do?
enormous complexes
Survive.
of patterns.
Oh shit, I'm gonna run out of juice. Oh, no,
And
no.
maybe it'll come out all right if you don't interfere with it too much.
We're getting to level 4.
You know, it's like Oppenheimer said, it's perfectly obvious that the whole world is going to hell. And the only possible way we might stop that happening is
Alright, we're on level 4 now.
to try to prevent it.
Are you not entertained? Is this
All these
entertaining?
wars are started out by people who think
Sign up to the Patreon
they're
and I'll
helping
keep
someone.
getting to the higher levels.
But,
Or
it's gonna
like
make things better.
reward me by signing up to the Patreon. Oh shit.
So when you
nicked it.
begin from the basis,
Breathe.
not of
I
saying,
can survive this.
I should now live the spontaneous and improvident
Oh, this part's hard.
and
Oh shit.
non-calculating style of life. But realize you've always done that.
Oof.
Only
Oh,
you
no.
rationalized that you didn't. You
Oh, I'm
always
gonna
did
run
what
out of
you
power.
wanted to do.
Oh shit. That's the worst. You just like get to level 4 and then you just run out of power. That's part of the game. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Is this Star Fox? That's a great comment, Mr. Nolan. It almost is. It's very much like Star Fox. It's called Race the Sun. So I also have a few other games on here that I'll play at some point. So. Sweet. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the setup here. I like the symbolic thing of going toward the light, going toward cosmic connection, third eye connection feel. Friday night woo, isn't it? Yeah, it is May 24. Shout out to Team Canada. I guess that's a Canadian thing, right? Like Americans don't celebrate Victoria Day, so. I can play some old Super Nintendo games on here too. Like old like shoot 'em up games. Like, oh, those are mindful.
But you preferred
Take it away, Alan.
yourself as someone who always does his duty. That flattered you. And so you were still following your own way. Now the first thing then is to see that. That's what's happening. So that you don't think, well now, there is some special thing I have to do to understand this harmonious relationship between the individual and the world.
Keep
Because
dropping
if you
those
work on it
hearts.
that way,
That will cheer me on.
you will start
let's get to
from
level
the
5.
presupposition that that relationship
This is happening.
doesn't already exist and has to be brought into being.
This is like, yeah, we're just gonna go like so far this time. I'm willing it.
But now when you see that that's so,
Gotta be in the zone.
it obviously starts to make a difference. You do behave in a different way.
I'm like dancing at the same time here. If anybody else is here is dancing, like that's honestly I encourage it. If you guys feel like dancing right now in your own space, go for it, and we'll just pass it back between Alan Watts and I'll make some comments here and there. Alright, I gotta get them sunbeam pillars. They're like literally pillars of light. It's kinda cool, because that's what we are. Region 2, let's do this. I need to get those sun things, man. Those are important. That sun drops fast. Cheer me on, I need your help here. Whoa. Alright.
The behavior, the new kind of behavior that is
Take it away, Alan.
transformation, is not forced behavior. When you try to imitate the way a saint behaves, you have made a forced change, and you know all forced behavior is phony. It's like someone saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, when you don't. You feel you ought to, but you don't really. And there's something, it doesn't ring true.
Okay, region 3, here we go. Still need more sun though.
Just think of the poor Lord.
Shit.
Listening to all the prayers of all those people saying, I love you.
Oh no.
And he knows they don't.
Okay, here we go.
I'm
Oh no,
just
that's
saying
just
this
another
because they think
jump.
they ought to. And be very trying.
That was tough. That was risky too.
So
sorry guys, I didn't make it
whenever
that
you do a
time.
thing like that, you see, you make a forced change.
I think I saw your plane
Now,
in the
if
sky
change is
tonight.
to happen
Oh, did you?
In the same way that a seed
Mr. Nolan, tell me about the
season
UFOs you've been seeing.
breaks open and sends up a shoot. See? It
Who-
comes from
Who
the whole.
who here in the chat has seen a UFO? Feel free to comment in the chat.
Now, when you see that without your having to do anything,
Quick survey.
see, you are living the uncalculated life, and you're only pretending you're calculating it and arranging it. Then, as it were, you will have a grasp of the total situation, and you can allow it to produce changes in action, which are not forced.
Here comes a beat. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is just like a live stream channel. Like, I obviously didn't mix this or anything, so. Well, it's not a live stream, but it's Alan Watts Living the Uncalculated Life Chill Step remix. Instagram, you are aware it's happening tonight. There's not too many people on Facebook or YouTube at all.
Which says something about grace, divine grace. There must come about something in you, a change, which you can't produce. And if you try to produce it, you will be a victim of spiritual death. But on the other hand, all teachers are universally saying, you've got to make an effort. There is some discipline, there is something you must do. Well, that's the only way to get it across to people. That you, as a separate effort maker, are a myth, are a phantasm. Because if you really try to control your mind and only think the thoughts that you think are good thoughts to think, you will find that you're going round in a circle. Krishnamurti is awfully good at pointing this out. When people ask him, how do you meditate? He says, why do you want to meditate? Why are you concentrating? Why are you saying prayers? Why do you think you should believe in God? And it always comes up because I'm just a son of a bitch. I mean, I'm out for my own good, and this seems to be the way. So he says, you see, you don't have any genuine love at all. It's all fake.
Alright, team. Ba, 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 ba. I'm just gonna chill out here for a little bit longer. I might try a couple other games real quick. Whoa, that was a jump. Huh. Damn, that was a wall. Thank you to Kirby, thank you to Mr. Nolan, thank you to Julian. You guys are currently the most engaged users according to the website.
But then when you start from this, I gave a talk some time ago to the Air Force.
Sweet, well, this test was a success. I'll play around with it a bit more when I get the chance. I might just try some frame rate tests real quick on a couple other games. So, closing that. I'm gonna restart. Just want to see if I can get some Geometry Wars working. I just want to test it, but then I'll jump off soon enough.
You're all warriors and fighters and so on. You know how rough things are. So I'm going to say to you frankly, I'm out for me. But of course, I don't do it in a tactless way. I don't go around and hit people over the head and say, give me this, give me that. I much more subtle.
Give me a minute here to set this up.
Manners and please and how nice you all are and so on. And finally, people feel massaged psychologically into a state where they'll give. But then after that, there's some things that bother me. The first one is, if I love me, what do I want?
Okay. Let's try this out real quick. Alright. Let's see how this works. Alright, this is playing some Geometry Wars here. Shit. I just want to check something real quick on Twitch.
Because if I'm going to be realistic about getting what I want, I've got to be pretty sure what it is that's me and what is the state of desire in me. If I am desire, see, if I am a center of desire, what's it all for? Well, I think of all the things I want. Well, it so turns out that none of them are me. When I say I want dinner, it doesn't mean I'm going to eat me up.
Dun, 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 dun.
If I'm any pleasure I can think of is the enjoyment of something that I haven't thought of defining as myself.
Sweet. Hey Ruby,
Because I like
my
sensations.
setup.
Like what happens to my body when I take a fine wine and down it.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up in a bit. Yeah, I'm tired.
I say I like the wine.
I'll do more Q&A stuff another time for those of you who are tuned in on
I like me
TikTok.
and the wine together.
I'm just gonna do some more tests here.
Mixed it. But then I don't eat you or a friend or a lover in the same way as I drink wine. I live in association like this.
So again, with the theme of mindful gaming, like this game
Then I'm loving
is very
things
much
that
like
aren't formally
requires
supposed to be me.
a lot of attention.
And as I go into it, in other words, as I investigate what I mean by me, I find that I can't put any limits on it. That I cannot experience me without you. Or without the other.
Looks pretty good frame rate wise.
But you don't find this out until you investigate. Until you really go into the question, what do I want? And that's the most important investigation.
Nice, that looks
anyone
dope.
can make.
What do you guys think? Runs pretty smoothly, yeah? This is just a 3-minute timer on this round. But yeah, this game is like so fun. The first version of this game came out in like, jeez, I don't even know. Like 2007-ish? A long time ago. It's called Geometry Wars. Whoa. Hold on. Need some more Alan Watts. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi.
3 watch brands, same price.
Sweet. Watch brands. Oh, it looks like we lost the feed on Instagram.
Nicer leather. 3 times stronger glass.
So it usually means we have to reset. I guess we, weird, because that happens. That happened last time. Last time it happened like soon. This time it didn't. We were on air for like an hour and it never happened at all. So it still happened. Weird. All right. Well, if I restart the broadcast, that would be a thing. But I was gonna call it a night anyway. So I definitely think that this was a success. And again, the people on Instagram can't see me right now. So actually, let me just run a quick test. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. It was fun just getting a chance to play around with things. Yeah, interesting. Huh, weird. Yeah, I don't know why the feed cuts out on the Instagram. Oh, did it fix itself? Okay, did the feed drop on the Instagram or not? Because it's definitely working now. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm just gonna finish this round at least. And put on some chill step. Or some lo-fi rather. Oops. Honestly, playing this game is very much a meditation, which is, again, the reason why I'm playing it. Like, you have to be very in the present moment. It's hard for me to talk and play it to the best of my ability. And it gets, like, way harder. There's actually levels in this. It's quite interesting. Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming the Insta feed worked. It must have just been my phone then. If that's the case, then that's good news. Cool. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in. I'm just going to chill out here just for a little bit longer. No activity on Twitch, which is not uncommon. Because focus hasn't really been on Twitch, but it's just interesting how, like, the option of being able to, like, kind of, like, meet new audience through Twitch is very limited compared to Instagram and TikTok. Sweet. For anybody watching this, again, take note of the Patreon goal on screen. So please feel free to check that out if you're a fan of my work and add your support to the Patreon when it works for you. So thank you again, everyone. Yeah, definitely. If you are alright, sorry, I probably just made you yawn. Tune in for our team meditations Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of value that we're providing for the community. Like a lot of good that's coming out of it. Let's see, what should I play real quick? Play some Waves. Waves is interesting. You'll see it. I'm pleased with how well the frame rate is. It's good. I invested in good internet, so. Damn, didn't even see that. Popped out of nowhere. For those watching, I hope like this could just like put you to sleep too. You can just kind of like chill out here and fall asleep if you need to. But for anybody here, anytime you're in here, like when we're doing this in the future, you know, just like spread positivity, share gratitude, you know, share poetry, share inspirational ideas. Like I'll need your guys' help to make a kind of patterns become habits. So yeah, let this be just kind of like a place for us to come together as a community and chill out. I'm gonna wrap it up after this though, so this was originally just like a test broadcast anyways, so. Whoa. Aw. Nicked it. Alright. Now let's try one more thing. This works. Music's loud on that. I'm just testing this out. I just wanted to see how well it would work. Oh, weird. Came up in the background too. Double check that one. Just kind of seeing how the frame rate works. Thanks for the Kelly, you sent a gift. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly, do you like the new wizard magic? This has just been a test run, but this game like the other games, any of these old like shooter games from like this era, like they require like again like any game that I'm playing is basically like a meditation of a video game. So with this game, like it requires like high degree of focus and paying attention. Like you have to stay focused. If you like stop paying attention, like you will lose. And you have to be very accurate. Like, but you can survive. That's the thing. But it only takes like a second to slip. So I'll impress you with my skills. Oh, we lost the, it was a 1 hour mark on Instagram, so we lost the feed on Instagram. Oh, can you only... Oh, it just ended on that. Oh, okay. Okay, so it ended on the, TikTok and Instagram. Alright, that's fine. Well, I'll wrap it up. If anybody's watching this in the future, thanks for joining in. Talk to you soon. Bye.